Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're setting off on a truly fascinating journey. We're going to look at one of the most mind-bending paradoxes in the history of science, exploring how humanity's absolutely greatest scientific achievements actually lead us to an incredibly profound sense of humility. We're diving into the legacy of Albert Einstein and really finding our place within a massive cosmic reality. But right out of the gate, before we get into all the complex equations and the hard science, I want to pose this central, incredibly cinematic question to you. How should finite human beings live in such an extraordinary universe? I mean, we're so wonderfully small, right? And the universe is relentlessly huge. So keep this question at the very forefront of your mind as we go. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. An extraordinary universe. Now, if there is one single person who completely changed how humanity understands the cosmos, it's Professor Albert Einstein. But what I really want you to take away from his legacy isn't just the math, it's a deeply personal perspective. He once noted that the more he understood, the more he realized how much remained beyond his understanding. It's just a beautiful paradox. The very act of expanding his sphere of knowledge simultaneously expanded the perimeter of his ignorance. Literally, as he learned more, the unknown just got bigger. Section 2. Redefining space and time. Let's take a second to celebrate the absolute zenith of human achievement. Einstein laid the groundwork for modern physics in two massive game-changing steps. Step 1 was the theory of relativity, which essentially connected space and time into a single cohesive fabric. And then step 2, E equals mc squared. It's the most famous equation in history, revealing that matter and energy are essentially just two sides of the same coin. And this brilliantly illustrates a massive shift in human thinking. You see, traditional folklore often uses poetry to describe time, saying things like, "One day in heaven is a year on earth." But modern physics revealed a reality that is just as extraordinary. It proved that the faster we travel, the slower time actually passes. Crazy, right? Section 3. Shaping our modern world. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is all fascinating for a physics classroom, but how does this actually impact me? Well, these aren't just abstract equations. From the GPS on our phones, which, by the way, actually has to account for Einstein's time dilation just to keep your maps accurate, to humanity's ongoing exploration of deep space, his discoveries literally drive our daily lives and our entire future. Section 4. The unseen cosmic reality. We've talked a lot about our incredible knowledge, but here's the central paradox of this explainer. It's the clash between that vast scientific knowledge and a completely boundless universe. Now, what's really interesting about this is that 5% represents absolutely everything humanity can directly observe. I'm talking every single star, every galaxy, every planet we can point our most powerful technology at. The other 95%? It's the unseen, just completely, entirely hidden from us. Just 4 to 5%. According to today's scientists, despite all of our breathtaking advancements, that tiny sliver is all we can directly observe. It really hammers home just how incredibly limited our cosmic perspective truly is when faced with the sheer scale of the universe. Section 5. The Voyage of Humanity. So, how exactly should we react to this incredibly humbling reality check? Do our achievements even matter? Well, absolutely they do. Because great discoveries do not make the universe smaller. They just remind us how much greater it truly is. The ultimate byproduct of true scientific discovery isn't arrogance or mastery. It's realizing the immense, awe-inspiring scale of nature that we are incredibly lucky enough to be a part of. So, the crucial point is this. The more he discovered, the more humble he became. This was Einstein's personal reaction to the limits of human observation. He didn't let his genius inflate his ego. He let it ground him. I really want to emphasize this powerful philosophical takeaway before we finish up today. The finest minds never mistake human knowledge for the whole of reality. It's such a grounding perspective. It perfectly connects Einstein's mindset to exactly how we all should view our small but deeply meaningful place in the world. We know a lot, for sure, but we don't know it all, and that is a beautiful thing. So we bring our narrative full circle, right back to that question we started with. How should finite human beings live in such an extraordinary universe? Perhaps the answer isn't in knowing absolutely everything. Perhaps seeking the answers, embracing our limits, and maintaining our awe. Perhaps that is the true voyage of humanity. I hope this explainer leaves you with a whole lot to ponder about your own ongoing voyage.